You're tuned in to Floridian Rollo. I'm your host, Floridian Rollo, and I am coming at you with another live stream. I see Mrs. Eldridge in the building. Tell Mr. Eldridge I say hello. Guy in the building. We have 13 people in the chat. Make sure you double tap the button, double tap the screen on your way in. Anton Daniels was in rare form. He had an open panel. So without further ado, I want you to hear it. I'm going to break it down. Of course, I listened to it, yet I didn't get the chance to break it down. So I already know what's going on. I just want to break it down with y'all in real time, put some emphasis in it, get my perspective on it. Make sure you double tap the like button on your way in. If you want to support the platform, the information is pinned to the top, whether it's Cash App or Venmo. If you have anything you want to add on, hit the super chat, hit the super thanks. With that said, salute to everyone tuning in the clouds. Make sure you double tap the like button on your way in. Let's get the likes up. This is going to be a doozy. This is going to be a classic. All right. Hello to the mods, to the members in the chat room that will also be coming in the chat. Let's go.
How you feeling, man?
Chilling, chilling. You want to be on camera or no?
Yeah, it don't matter.
What's up to you? I want you to be comfortable.
Yeah, we could do that. I ain't gonna be long. I'm dropping my fuel right now, as you can see.
Okay. All right. So tell me why I'm wrong about rent being too high.
I'm gonna say you wrong coming from a guy that has a family of what I got 5 kids and a wife,
Uh-huh.
and I live in Houston, right? Well, I
Okay.
moved to Katy, so I used to live in Houston on Bizinet. If anybody know Houston and Bizinet, my rent was like 1080 for a 2 bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Now you walk out the door, go to the store, go to Dollar General or whatever like that. You got prostitutes walking the street up and down. The
Mm-hmm.
school district is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to subject my family to living in the hood just because the rent is cheap.
Why
So I
don't you
gotta
get on
move
your
to
Why
a
don't you
fixed
get on your
place.
local officials to fix what it is that's happening in that neighborhood?
That's a good question Anton Daniels had for him. Now, watch his rebuttal. Watch this.
How many
That's a
times have you
possibility.
called your local officials?
Nah, I haven't.
Why not? That's your fault. That's you
Nah,
and everybody else in that community's fault. Y'all don't get that junk up out of y'all place. Y'all expect somebody to fix it for you, and then you just want to run away from the problem and run to an area where somebody else is taking accountability for what happens. I don't understand that.
because I feel like I can do that, and the time that it's gonna take to get that junk fixed, my kid's gonna be done growed up and out of high school by
For
that
you to
time.
make some phone calls and to stay on what's happening in your community.
Now, here's the thing, though, Anton Daniels. The thing with Houston is they are not getting the right proper edificate because they let certain parts of Houston go. They don't care for those people. Here's the thing that the guy and people like him should do. You have the power to get those people out of office. If they don't respect what's going on in your neighborhood and don't have the proper time, the proper etiquette to do what they're supposed to do, if they allow certain things, I have no issue of the guy moving. What Anton is saying is a lot of quote unquote black folks is complaining about the rent is too high. So he's just having a conversation, not only from a business standpoint. He's like, if y'all don't have the money to spend to pay more than usual, then why are you complaining? If you're going to move into a better neighborhood, you're going to have to spend more money. You're going to have to pay more money because those people work hard to get to that level to where they could spend more to pay more. He's just tired of excuses. That's all I'm going to say. Let's go.
I can make the phone calls. That ain't gonna make the change ain't gonna happen tomorrow
How
though.
do you know?
I just know how they move. I know how they operate.
No, you don't, because you've never did it. You
I
never
called the
did it.
police a few times.
No, you
Police
didn't.
take a long
No,
time
you
to
did not.
respond.
You did
I
not call it for
did
that.
call the police.
No, you
Listen, I
Anton know he's full of ish. See, these guys want to come on camera. They want to get notoriety. They're like, Anton, I'm here. Hello, hello. I'm gonna come up with excuses. You know the guy's capping. Let's continue.
promise
didn't.
you. On
You
the
called it for
bruh,
that, or
listen.
you called it for
No, I
something
called
else?
it for the prostitutes on the street. It
And
was
what happened?
bruh.
And what
They
happened?
don't respond.
They never
They
came
don't
out.
respond to that. No, if they came out, I'm not about to sit there and wait for them to come out and address this issue. I just know the
Dog, let me
next day
tell
I
you what I
came
would
out,
do.
it still was out there.
Let me tell you what I would do. I would call every single day. I would get active in my community and I would say, hey, listen, we need to get on top of this because we want a better environment for our kids. And I don't feel like I should have to leave. They should have to go.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good solution.
That's number
That's a
one.
good
Number
solution.
two, who told you to have 5 kids?
Now, Anton. Now, Anton Daniels, like, I mean, I see where you're going with this. At the same time, the man got 5 kids. As long as he's taking care of his kids, I don't see an issue with it. Now, if he ain't taking care of his kids, then that's the issue. Let's see the response.
Who
Who
told you to
told me
have
not
five
to?
kids?
Who
Huh?
told me not to? It ain't like
No,
I
no,
can't
no, no,
take
no,
care
no,
of
no,
them
no.
though.
See, no,
It ain't
that's a
like I
you
can't take
problem.
care of them though.
Well, then you shouldn't be complaining about the costs.
There we go. Boom. Then you shouldn't be complaining about the courses. That's where he got him. If you could take care of your children, you should not be complaining about the courses. I'm with Anton Daniels on that. I see why he did it. And I'm just responding. I already know what's going on. So the guy got 5 kids. Anton is not having an issue with that. He's like, why do you have 5 kids? If you complain about the circumstances of the rent being too high. No time for excuses. Let's go.
It's not the listen. That's
No,
not what
you
I'm
just said
saying.
it. You just said it.
I'm saying where it's cheap at, it's the hood. It's
It don't
not
have to be
it's not livable conditions for a family of my stature
of
of
si-
what we
of seven
doing.
of seven.
Yeah. Like I don't
What do
want
you
my
hold on,
kids
wait, wait.
walking out the
What
house
do you think is
seeing.
going? What did you think it was going to cost a family of 7?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Let's see how he responds to that.
I ain't put the math in and do all that. I ain't do all that, bro.
And that's the problem. If you're going to have a child, you got to calculate everything you're going to do when you have a child, and then you have another child, you have another child, you have another child. You have to calculate, you have to budget. So this guy just having children just to have children. Let's continue.
This is honestly, I just think that this is a you problem. I don't think that this have nothing to do. People create the environment that they have to exist in. Then they complain that it costs them more to have to deal with what they got to deal with.
I agree with Anton Daniels on that. I agree. Facts.
This is a you. I had one on purpose because I was like, you know what? It's gonna cost too much. 2, 3 to 4 to 5. It's a lot.
Man, God said be fruitful and multiply.
And he also said, I don't know where he went. I'm gonna give you some other scripture.
Now, see, in order to be fruitful and multiply, you got to be responsible for it. See, this guy is looking at it from other aspects. I see where Anton gonna go with this because you got a lot of guys talk about fruitful and multiply, and they're not even responsible for them kids. All right, let's continue.
Too. Oh, you there? You good?
Hold up, you got me? I'm
Yeah, I
back
got you.
on.
You on?
Yeah, God said be fruitful and multiply, man. I'm doing the Lord's work.
But he also said that you got to be responsible and take care of what you got to take care of and leave an inheritance.
Ooh, that part. You got to be responsible and to leave an inheritance. You got to be responsible and leave an inheritance. Did you hear that part? You got to be responsible and leave an inheritance. It's more to it than being fruitful and multiply. You have to be responsible and leave an inheritance for your children.
Yeah,
As a
that's
man.
true. That's
And
true.
I didn't hear him
Uh,
say anything about complaining about rent either.
Nah.
Ooh, he got him there. God did not tell you to complain about rent either. Mm, mm, mm. Get him, Anton. Get him.
You
I'm
saying
just giving. I'm not complaining. Listen, I moved. I fixed it. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying my rent happily every
how
month,
much? How much you
and
paying? How much you paying a
I'm
month?
paying 25. Yeah,
Oh,
but
you got a
what?
deal.
He took too long to say that. He took too long to say that. Anyway, let's continue.
What?
You
In
got a,
about 22 to 25
you
around the
got a
area, because it all
deal.
depends on the water and
You
all
got
that.
you got
But it's
seven
a
people in there, and you only got to pay 25.
yeah, it's a 3 bedroom apartment though. It ain't no house.
I don't even know of no 3 bedroom apartments.
Oh, they are in Texas, Anton. They are in Texas. See, you've been to Texas. You haven't been to the homes in Texas, Anton Daniels. Respectfully, you haven't been to any homes in Texas. Texas think big, Anton Daniels. That's one thing he gonna say correctly. A shout out to JD Mosley for the $5 super chat. He says salute to you, Rollo. I appreciate that, JD Mosley. Appreciate the support. Let's continue.
Hmm?
I don't know of no 3 bedroom apartments. I didn't even. I thought they only be making them up to two.
They got up to 4 bedrooms, bruh.
Oh, you bless.
They doing it big in Texas, man.
They do it big in Texas. That's a fact. That's a fact. You can find something decent size for that amount of money in Texas. Heck yeah. For sure, for sure. Make sure y'all all like the super chat that JD Mosley sent to me. Everybody like the super chat. All right? Like the super chat. When people support the platform, like the super chat. Okay? Let's continue.
What do you expect to pay for a family of seven?
Good question. Good
He
question.
fell off again. He fell off. I'm sorry.
That's a good question, Anton.
All right, well, I gotta let you go, bro. I'm gonna bring up here, let's do this. How do they pronounce your
I
name?
can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear you.
Oh my gosh. This person right here, what kind of phone this person got? You can't hear Anton. Anton got a great system too. What you mean you can't hear him? Something going on your end.
As soon as you went muted.
I'm muted.
Is your mic on?
Yeah, my mic is on. What are you talking about?
Can
Chat,
the
can
chat
y'all
hear
hear
you?
me? Can y'all hear me,
As
chat?
soon as you dropped with him, you went muted on my end.
All right, let me see something. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Should I go out and come back in?
Yeah, go out and come back in.
This is crazy.
Did you leave? You didn't leave.
Oh my goodness.
Here, I'm gonna redrop the link in the chat. If anybody wants to try to convince me and help me to understand on why rent is too high, I would like to know. Because, like I said, I think all of y'all got self-inflicted wounds. I do.
Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
I done been out in the streets. I walk around on a regular basis. I go city to city, state to state. Um, I see a lot of stuff. I see a lot of people all the time.
Right.
I'm gonna come to you in a second, Ahmed. The genius CEO. What's happening?
Here we
What's
go.
going on, brother?
Here we go,
You want to be
y'all.
on camera?
We could do that if you want.
All right, turn your I can hear myself.
Oh my, hold on.
These people got to get their stuff together.
How about
Look. Now it's going to get interesting, y'all. This is about to get interesting. Here we go.
now?
Testing. All right, we
Oh,
good.
here we
good.
go.
What's going on, big dog?
Here we go.
What's up, man? How you doing, bro?
Chilling. Help me to understand why the rent is too high. Why you think the rent is too high?
The rent. When people say the rent's too high, they don't be wanting to pay like $2,500 for like these old 100-year-old apartments with the lead paint, with the bad piping, and that's usually in the hood as well. Like right now, my rent $2,500, but I have a 2-bedroom flex, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the Bronx though, but it's still a hood. But they market this building as a luxury apartment, but like my neighbors is trash. Like it's a bunch of crackheads up in this bitch. I mean, excuse me, it's a bunch of crackheads.
No, you can curse. You can curse here.
So this guy is living in the hood in the Bronx with a bunch of crackheads in and out the complex of where he stays at. And he's saying he's paying $2,500 a month out there in the Bronx, looking miserable. And you're going to hear the excuses he has to say, because you got a lot of so-called black men make excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse. And when you hear what he has to say, that's how some of these New York men are. Yes, I'm from New York. I don't want to be comfortable anywhere. Because when you get comfortable, that's when the devil comes to make you lazy. And when you hear what he has to say, and when you see what Anton has to say, and what I'm going to say, you got a lot of black men make excuses for their situations. They sure do. Let's continue.
You feel me? So
Yeah, you can say what you want to say.
Yeah, I think my rent should definitely be like $300 cheaper just because of the neighborhood. Like for sure.
Do you call the police? Do you get involved?
Yeah, they don't come. I'm in New York. They don't come. When they do come, they'll come like 4 hours later. And
he's not lying about that. He's not lying about that. And I told y'all a while back that the police will no longer deal with the black community. So, Anton Dainels, if you get one of this video, respectfully, the officers is not dealing with the black communities in these large population places anymore. They are a thing of the past.
by the time they get here, they'll let you know. They're all apologetic. They like, we understaffed. It's a high crime area too, so they be taking like 4 or 5 hours to get here.
So
you okay of living in a high crime area? You okay of having crackheads coming in and out your lobby or your staircase every day?
is that the cheapest area that you can live in? Is that the cheapest
Yeah, the
place?
Bronx. The Bronx got the most affordable area you could live in. I'm from Bed-Stuy. We was on panel on Q show, and I was telling you Bed-Stuy.
Yeah.
Rent used to be.
That was when you was telling me about how the police was messing with y'all on the stoop, right?
Rent used to be like that apartment was a 2-bedroom apartment in the brownstone. Nice neighborhood, but it was still the hood. When the lady sold the building, rent went from $700 to $1,800 in like 2 years.
Why are you still in New York, bro?
Why you still in New York? He asked Anton. Ask him. Why you still in New York? Here we go.
I left New York in 2021 and went down to Atlanta, right?
You left New York in what year? 2021, and went to Atlanta. So you finally left New York and went to Atlanta. Can you explain what happened to us?
Okay.
And the cost of living is just as high. I was renting a
Yeah,
four-bedroom.
you in Atlanta, and you probably in the mix in Atlanta.
Let me say the Metro Atlanta area, because it was Stone Mountain. It's still considered the Metro Atlanta area, DeKalb County, right? That's not Atlanta in the mix, but like what they was charging for rent is just ridiculous. Like
At that
excuses, you making excuses. Too many excuses. You making excuses. You want to live in your own environment. Excuse after excuse.
like
one place. Did you look around the whole Atlanta?
yeah, I did look around. I looked at West Midtown. I was in Stone Mountain. I was looking in Tucker. I was looking in Norcross. It was just
Wait,
crazy.
hold on. Let me back up for a second. Why did you move back to New York?
Because I'd rather struggle in the city that I know.
You rather struggle in a city that you know? Take the what? Leave the what? As Hassan Campbell would say. What? The what? The what? You rather struggle. You got black men out here talking about I'd rather struggle in a city than provide better services for my loved ones in the relationship of the significant other I'm in. So you want to stay in the rat infested, around crackheads, dope dealers. You want to be bumming it out. You want to make excuses. You love the pain. You love to suffer. What kind of man talking about he want to be in pain and suffer? What? Let's rewind this back again.
We was on panel on Q show, and I was telling you best stop.
Yeah.
Rent
I remember.
used to be.
That was when you was telling me about how the police was messing with y'all on the stoop, right?
Right. Rent used to be like that apartment was a 2-bedroom apartment in the brownstone. Nice neighborhood, but it was still the hood. When the lady sold the building, rent went from $700 to $1,800 in like 2 years.
Why are you still in New York, bro?
I left New York in 2021 and went down to Atlanta, right?
Okay.
And the cost of living is just as high. I was renting a
you in Atlanta, and you probably in the mix in Atlanta.
Let me say the Metro Atlanta area, because it was Stone Mountain. It's still considered the Metro Atlanta area, DeKalb County, right? That's not Atlanta in the mix, but like what they was charging for rent is just ridiculous. Like
at that one place, did you look around the whole Atlanta?
Yeah, I did look around. I looked at West Midtown. I was in Stone Mountain. I was looking in Tucker. I was looking in Norcross. It was just crazy.
Wait, hold on. Let me back up for a second. Why did you move back to New York?
Because I'd rather struggle in the city that I know. You feel me?
Listen, you know what I noticed about y'all New York dudes, bro? I was just vlogging.
Now, Anton's going to say some things that's going to offend a lot of New Yorkers. It's not going to offend me because there's some truth to that. There's truth to that. Some New Yorkers, they can't let go of the conveniency. They would rather struggle it out deal with the BS that's going on there on a daily basis. So Anton is right. And another thing Anton's going to say that's correct is a lot of people from New York never travel outside of the boroughs, let alone another borough. Never been to Manhattan. You got dudes in Brooklyn that I grew up with, never been to Manhattan, never been to Queens, never been to the Bronx. You got Bronx dudes, never been to Brooklyn, never been to Manhattan, never been to Queens, never been to Staten Island. There's a lot of dudes in New York City never travel outside of New York City, even in the boroughs. There's people that come from outer places that go into New York City, been throughout the boroughs, know about the city more than the people that's born in the city. You got people I grew up with never left New York City. I mean, never. Never. In their 40s and 50s. Because remember, I'm about to be 47 soon. And they never left New York City. This guy probably went to Atlanta for the first time, got a culture shock, didn't know what to do, and went back to his comfort zone. That's what most people do. And it's a doggone shame, especially what's going on up there right now. Let's continue.
And I was talking about what was going on in the area and stuff like that. And it was a guy that was like, "What up, Anton?" It's the honest to God truth. Literally, before I came on the stream today. "What up, Anton? What's up, bro? I feel you, man. I'm rocking with you, bro." And I'm a bag chaser, whatever. I said, "Where you from?" I said, "You from here?" Because I was talking about the city. He says, "No, I'm from New York, man." He said, "I've been here 3 years. I love it here, but I gotta get back to New York, man. I gotta get back to New York." I said, "You."
And this is a lot of people, this mentality. They miss the city. They miss the conveniency. Everything is there. They would rather deal with the nonsense, the drama, the complacency, and don't even want to grow out of that situation. It's a doggone shame. The world is bigger than New York City, bigger than most places you are. Half of you people that watch me have not even... Listen, let me ask you this question. How many of you travel more than 5 states? Put a 2 in the chat. If you travel more than 5 states at this appointed time in your life, put a 2 in the chat. And I guarantee you, I know who's going to be captain, who's not going to be captain. You got folks out here that have not been to more than 5 states that watch my channel. You can tell that a lot of these men, they never got to experience life. All they know is work and go home, and that's all they know. Most men. I'm talking to the men because I know the women travel. One thing about women, they're going to travel. I guarantee you, I could meet more women that travel than most of you dudes that I know. It's a doggone shame. You don't know how much you miss out on traveling. And I know dudes that got children travel, so I don't want to hear no excuses. It don't have to be every month. It don't have to be all the time. I know men that got wives and children, and they travel. And I'm talking about travel, move around. No excuses. No excuses.
Going back to New York, even what happened with the election? Yeah, man, man, listen. I'm from New York, man. That's just who we are, man. It is what it is. Y'all are addicted to pain.
He's right.
I don't think it's pain. I think it's...
He's right. No, he's right. Anton Dainels is correct. He's correct. A lot of New York men, particularly most New York men, and New York men I've met, is addicted to pain. They'll deal with the disrespect. The disrespect. Tolerate the disrespect that's going on there.
It's because we know the city and we know how to maneuver better in the city. Like, we leave New York thinking we could take this New York mentality to wherever we go. And sometimes that just don't work.
You cannot bring that New York mentality in other places, particularly the South. I've been on record of saying that. You could bring your awareness of New York City. However, bringing the nonsense, they're not going to tolerate that, especially in the South, somewhat Midwest and the West Coast as well. Let's continue.
You feel me? I
Y'all,
lived in
y'all are
Alabama.
just like the people in LA. Y'all addicted to suffering.
Ooh, he called out the people in Los Angeles, and rightfully so. Let's go.
It's people in LA that moved out of LA and went to Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and they said, "I got to get back to California,"
Wow.
and they don't care what they got to pay. They're going to be out there because they just love whatever it is they love about California, the weather, whatever, right? And then there's people in New York. They don't feel like their Tim's working unless it's in New York snow.
Wow.
And so they go to New York and they suffer and they pay high taxes. Motherfuckers niggas is running into each other because y'all don't know how to drive in New York. Everybody got bumper cars.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And y'all understaffed on police officers, and y'all niggas be getting burned up inside of the sun.
Understaffed with police officers. That's facts. Officers is coming down here to Florida, Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, and they're not even going back to that New York NYPD. Real talk. When I turn my camera off, I got some things I have to do. I can't reveal everything. Okay? Let's continue.
Subway. Why do y'all live in New York? That makes no sense whatsoever. It's 50 states and y'all and countless places that you can look at, and y'all choose to suffer in New York.
Wow.
It's just like I said, we take this New York mentality to different states. We like Nevada. I lived in Vegas. I lived in
They don't want y'all to take y'all New York mentality
exactly. And then being born in New York, we're used to this massive public transportation. The public transportation ain't good everywhere. Like I heard you say, you take the bus. Sometimes that bus might be an hour late. Now you late for work. And in a city like Georgia, you miss a day of work, you might get fired.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. If you miss a day of work in Georgia, you're going to get fired. That's a lie. No, that will happen in New York City. Matter of fact, when I didn't go in one day, you know what they did? They suspended me for 1 day with no pay. Why would they fire you in Georgia? You lying, sir. If you miss a day in Georgia, you be fired. That's a lie. They're more lenient in the South than it is in the northern states or the Midwest or the West Coast. You're lying.
Georgia got a decent bus system. Every place got decent transportation, halfway decent. Most places do. Most major cities got decent transportation. You can get around in Miami. You can get around in Orlando. You can get around.
That is facts. You can get around Miami. You can get around Orlando. That's facts.
In Milwaukee, Chicago, Philadelphia,
Orlando, I like.
And Baltimore.
Oh, you like Orlando? No. Don't come to Orlando because, listen, you come to Orlando, you're going to be back in New York in a month. You like Orlando? I know you watch my channel. That's confirmation. You watch my channel. Now you like Orlando all of a sudden. You come to Orlando, you're going to be like, oh, it's boring. There's nothing to do. I'm going to go back to New York City. You're going to listen. This guy complains too much. Now, I like Orlando. Okay, let's continue.
Boston is really good. DC got really great public transportation. Like, y'all can go all over the United States of America, bro.
I guess it's
y'all like suffering in New York.
Yes, it's more so a comfortable thing, but like.
And what did I talk about? Being comfortable is going to get a lot of you in trouble. You're entertaining the devil when you get comfortable. I don't get comfortable. And I big up Florida. And I don't get comfortable. You don't see Rollo get comfortable. I move around. Because the minute you get comfortable, and that's when you let the deities, the entities, the warlocks, the witches, You entertaining all these type of things. I'm not saying that you can't live comfortable and be in a great environment. I'm talking about being comfortable. That's when you get yourself into trouble. Let's go.
As far as the rents
Y'all
being
got
high,
rats. That shit is dirty.
Yep.
well, that's if the
Roaches everywhere.
sanitation be on. Like, this is a new construction. Like, this building I'm in, this building is a year and a half old, right? Just
Oh, I thought
brand
you
new.
said it was old. I thought you said it was messed up.
No. I said the cheap rents be in the messed up, be having the messed up stuff. Like, but even with this building, right? Just this morning, brown water was coming out my pipes. You feel me? I had to let it run. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
New
For the
York
water
is
got
fucked
clean.
up. Y'all city
Yeah.
is
New York is messed up. Exactly. Continue.
sinking. Y'all got a sinking city. Y'all got congestion pricing. You got a mayor that now want to raise prices on y'all even more. Y'all gonna have city-owned communist grocery stores, and y'all like y'all. What do y'all like about that place?
I don't know, man.
Because most people from New York, it's not like y'all actually go into Manhattan. Y'all just suffer where y'all are. Y'all don't
And he's telling the truth. Don't get mad at him.
leave. Y'all don't go to different boroughs. Y'all don't do
I'm
shit.
I'm not that type. I'm not
No,
that type.
no. Y'all don't leave. Y'all don't do nothing. Most people in New York don't even know New York. Y'all don't even really get out and see the city as much as the people that come and visit New York.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Let's continue.
Y'all
There's a lot of
y'all
people like that here, though.
y'all don't go to Queens. Y'all don't go to Brooklyn. Y'all don't go nowhere. Niggas in the Bronx just stay in the Bronx and they just hold down their own buildings.
Yeah, but see, I'm from Brooklyn. Like, me living in the Bronx is almost like blasphemous. But like,
See what I'm saying? What's wrong with y'all?
because I'm only here because it was affordable. You feel me?
I have a question for the ladies. Do you want your man to go backwards or forward? I got a question for the ladies that's viewing in the clouds. I got a question for you ladies that's viewing in the clouds. Do you want a man to go backwards or forward? Because if you want a man to go backwards, something just ain't right, like Hassan Campbell would say. You should want your man to go forward. Let's continue.
Like average rent in Brooklyn is $3,500, and we're talking about a hole in the wall. Like, that's real.
Yeah, but you got public transportation. Y'all got, as much as y'all have problems in New York, y'all still have a robust train system that goes all over all of the five boroughs.
Now let me tell you about that train system.
So here's my thing. Why would you live where you're living when you can live further out and do better?
Now, Anton, you gave him a gem. He let it go right through his head. You could live further to do better. That's my talking point. That's my talking point. At the same time, he's correct. Here we go with the excuses.
Nah. Why would I live where I'm living when I could live further out?
Yeah, and do better and be safer and not have crackheads.
Nah. It's like I said with Georgia, it just was weird, bro. Like,
Jesus.
one, they don't like you because it's like you an outsider. Like, it's crazy. Like, it was really weird. It was really weird, bro. I stayed out there.
Why don't you live further out in New York instead of
like, what, Long Island or upstate?
I don't know. Whichever one makes the most sense.
Long Island, it's only 2 ways in and 2 ways off, and that's always congested with traffic, right?
No,
upstate,
like you got public transportation.
No, public transportation don't go out to Long Island like that.
I'm not talking about Long Island. I'm talking about anywhere. Why don't you move out to Queens?
Queens, the public transportation died down in Queens. The J train stops in Queens, and the F train stops in Queens. But like on the weekends, those trains run on different schedules, and sometimes they don't even run.
He's right about that. Anton, the time you went, because I know what you're going to say, the time that you went, it was running. It don't run all the time. They do, shorten the train to Crescent Street. When I used to go have to run my business in Richmond Hill, I used to have to catch a cab from Crescent Street to go to Richmond Hill to go do my business with my valet service. Because I wasn't always driving. I would take the train. And the train would stop at Crescent. Boom. I had to get a cab to go to Richmond Hill. You get what I'm saying? Or I had to go to Jamaica. And it would take time to get there. So sometimes they shut down the service to do, things on the track or things on the station. I don't know how it is now because I haven't been there in a minute. However, they've been doing some work the last time I was there. All right, let's continue.
Yeah, but you don't need to get into the city like that on the weekends. You just got to get into where you got to go as far as work.
Yeah, but see, it's not just about getting into Manhattan, which we call the city. Sometimes getting from Queens to Brooklyn, it'll be like a extra 40 minutes on your trip.
Man, I don't believe that the trains don't work going out to Queens on the weekend.
Yo, just yesterday, you could check this on the news. Just yesterday, it was a fire on 116th Street that stopped the 2 trains from coming to the Bronx around 5 o'clock.
That's one day though. On a regular, the trains go back and forth out to Queens.
What I'm trying to
and
explain
you know how
is,
I know? Because I've taken a train back and forth out in Queens on the weekends.
Right. Now,
I've flown into Jersey, took a train down to Manhattan, and then when I would go out to Queens, I would go to Brooklyn, I would go out to Queens, and the train was running on the weekends.
See, the thing is, that any given day, something could go wrong on this train, and there's delays. Like, it's just a New York thing. That's why we be boycotting the fare hikes, because like you raise the fare about $1 every couple years, and nothing get fixed. We still got delays.
That's only $1.
Huh? I understand that, but we get that. But I'm saying they're not making no changes to the subway. The last subway I think to get built or upgraded was Grand Central when One Vanderbilt went up. You feel me? Because they committed $220 million to that construction project.
Bro, honestly,
right now,
I think you're dedicated to the pain, because it's not like you're not gonna leave.
He's not gonna leave, Anton. He's not gonna leave. He don't want to leave. He went back in fear. He went back in fear. And look, I went back to New York. I didn't want to go back to New York. And let me tell you, I got out of there real quickly. Within 3 months, I got back down to Florida. I did not want it to stay long. And then I just so happened to get an opportunity at JFK and LaGuardia at the time and do some work there because I was working in Arizona. After the situation with Orlando Airport, they gave me an opportunity to go to Arizona. So I said, I'll be back in Florida real soon. I wanted to, get out there and see what it was. Went to Arizona, boom, boom, boom. Then they gave me a better offer in JFK, LaGuardia, and then I did my thing there. And then by the time I was getting ready to go, the fallout happened, and that derailed the situation, opportunities. I was supposed to have been back in Florida within 3 to 4 months. The incident happened. Y'all know what transpired on the internet, the lies, the slander. And then all of a sudden, I had to stay longer than expected. And I was not happy about that. This guy is happy that he went back. I was not happy to go back to New York. However, at the time, I had no other optionary. So I toughened it up, found something, and did 2 different sites of gig. The first one, I stayed a little bit. The second one, I stayed to get my money up, got my vehicle, came back down here, and then y'all know what happened. My ex, new busty, got involved of me losing the opportunity to run a business out there in Northeast Florida. And then, the list goes on. A year later, the fallout happened. All right. So I returned back, the 29th of December, 2024, and I've been here ever since then. Strong. So my point is, this guy loved the drama. You got some New York City men love drama. I don't miss none of that. I don't miss none of that. I don't want to go back. I'll visit. I will not stay there. That's the difference. This guy went back because he was in fear. He was in Atlanta. He didn't know how to move around. See, a lot of New York City guys have not left their boroughs, have not left the state. I know guys personally that I grew up with, never left New York City. And they older than me, in their 50s, and some of them in their 40s, never left New York City, never been to another borough. The Lord is my witness. And what you're going to find out is with this expose with a lot of people in New York, a lot of people want to leave and they never left. That's sad. Now, granted, yeah, great. New York City was great in the 90s, early 2000s. And I still travel. Even when New York City was at its peak, I still travel. I wanted to know what it's like to be in the South. I wanted to know what it's like to be in the Midwest. I wanted to know when I went to the West Coast in the early 2000s, in Vegas and LA. I did my thing. I didn't want to be one-sided. Most New Yorkers were one-sided. So it wasn't that hard for me to adapt to Florida because I've been to the South plenty of times. I did the whole East Coast region from Maine all the way to Florida. Been to Chicago, been to Detroit, been to Ohio, been to Vegas, been to Utah, been to LA of California, Arizona, Texas finally. I got a few more bucket lists. Lord willing, things open up and get back to normal soon. I'll be looking forward to that. Me and my lady, we're going to be doing that, the traveling together. I'm not going to get more into it because you got the witches and warlocks. They watching too. Shout out to you, my lady. Forever Studios in the building. Salute to Forever Studio, the number one supporter. The number one supporter this year. Forever Studio, it's your great winning season continuing. You are the number one supporter. As Brainwaves will state on his platform, I'm here to tell you, you are the great number one supporter of all three platforms. And I appreciate that you support mine when you can. You support Ringos when you can. You support Brainwaves when you can. We thank you for that. And he is the number one mod. Just like V. Man Smith is the number one mod over there by Ringo. Brainwaves have his number one mod too. And shout out to the other mods. Ringo, Brainwaves, Azandria, Daryl, Mrs. Eldridge, Mrs. Edwards, Running Up 360. Shout out to the new mod, Robert. You know what I'm saying? Big up yourselves. I see Daryl in the building. Salute to you, big bro. That's the number two supporter. Back to back, confirmation. The top two supporters of my platform. Azandria, you know, that's another moderator. Brainwaves Advice Topic LLC. Shout out to him. Ringo TV Reactions, of course. V. Man Smith, another moderator. So Madian. It's just Alex, Kites. Shout out to all the mods. And shout out to the former mods, those no longer mods. Shout out to them. You know, it's just that a lot of them, they, you know, it was just the timing of them not being on point with the platform. You know, I have no ill will towards them. Shout out to the former mods. At the same time, it's business at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's continue, y'all. Make sure you double tap the like button on your way in. If you want to support the platform, once again, to get my attention, you can support the platform by hitting the Cash App, by hitting the Venmo, by hitting the Super Chat or the Super Sticker. Let's continue to hear what this excuse for God have to say.
And you're gonna sit there and suffer.
Actually, I do
And
plan on
y'all
leaving
gonna
in about 4
keep it real.
years.
Yeah,
We're
right.
not
Leave
addicted
him
to the
over there.
pain. It's like
Where you gonna leave?
He ain't leaving. He ain't leaving, Anton. Anton, that's why you said, yeah, right, because he ain't leaving. Facts.
And go to?
I'm going back to Georgia, but I'm going further away from Atlanta. Seriously, I'm going further away from Atlanta. Like I'm going to like what's that spot, babe? Duluth.
Didn't I tell you? He got his lady going back to New York City. I believe she put it in his head. You know what? I'm convinced. She told him, I'm not feeling Atlanta. If you want to be with me, you have to go back to New York City. I didn't hear that part because I was busy on the grind. See, I'm glad I'm playing this video in real time. I listened to the video and I mentioned he had a lady. I didn't know that he had a lady. And now it confirmed it. Wow. So she told you to get back to New York City. Did she tell you to go back to New York City, huh? She wasn't digging Atlanta. She wasn't digging Georgia. Some of these guys be making the decision based on the woman they with. And you wonder why. We know who's in control of the relationship. It's not him. It's her. We're going to rewind back. You notice she stayed quiet. So she told you, let's move to a cheaper place. You don't have a go-getter lady respectfully. Let's rewind back the video.
Yeah, but you don't need to get into the city like that on the weekends. You just got to get into where you got to go as far as work.
Yeah, but see, it's not just about getting into Manhattan, which we call the city. Sometimes getting from Queens to Brooklyn, it'll be like a extra 40 minutes on your trip.
Man, I don't believe that the trains don't work going out to Queens on the weekend.
Yo, just yesterday, you could check this on the news. Just yesterday, it was a fire on 116th Street that stopped the 2 trains from coming to the Bronx around 5 o'clock.
That's one day though. On a regular, the trains go back and forth out to Queens.
What I'm trying to
explain. And you know how I know? Because I've taken a train back and forth out in Queens on the weekends.
Right. Now,
I've flown into Jersey, took a train down to Manhattan, and then when I would go out to Queens, I would go to Brooklyn, I would go out to Queens, and the train was running on the weekends.
See, the thing is, that any given day, something could go wrong on this train, and there's delays. Like, it's just a New York thing. That's why we be boycotting the fare hikes, because like you raise the fare about $1 every couple years, and nothing get fixed. We still got delays.
That's only $1.
Huh? I understand that, but we get that. But I'm saying they're not making no changes to the subway. The last subway I think to get built or upgraded was Grand Central when One Vanderbilt went up. You feel me? Because they committed $220 million to that construction project.
Bro, honestly,
right now,
I think you're dedicated to the pain, because it's not like you're not gonna leave, and you're gonna sit there and suffer.
Actually, I do plan on leaving in about 4 years.
Yeah, right.
We're not addicted to the pain. It's like,
where you gonna leave and go to?
I'm going back to Georgia, but I'm going further away from Atlanta. Seriously, I'm going further away from Atlanta. Like I'm going to like what's that spot, babe? Duluth. Right?
How much is it there? How much is it living there?
Over there, you could get I could pay $2,500 and get a nice house.
What is up with this 2,500 thing? Why do you?
What's up with this 2,500 thing, Anton? These people, man, they don't have it in them, Anton. Hold on a second. I got a message, y'all. I got a message. Hold on one second. I'm waiting for them to reply. See, I'm a busy person. I'm a busy person. See, a lot of you ain't got nothing going on important to do, and you just mad. This guy's making excuses. 2,500, 2,500.
Why are you so obsessed with 2,500?
Because I'm used to paying $2,650. So 2,500 is still, I'm still saving money on it.
No, you need to be looking for something that's more or less around 14.
Yeah, but then I have children, so we got to look at the schools.
But you don't have to pay 2,500 is my point though still.
Yeah, but
How many
you want
kids you got?
something- I got 5.
What's all right? I'm done.
Now listen. He got 5 children. Now remember, the other guy had 5 kids. This guy got 5 children. Now watch what happens. Pay attention.
I'm done, bro. I'm done. Now I see what's wrong. I see the problem. Y'all don't believe in not having anything less than 5 kids. I had to ask a lot of questions to get there, but that's what's wrong. What do y'all expect as a family of 7 to be paying to live in New York? You're only paying $2,500, bro.
That's not a lot. $2,500 for what we got right here is not a lot.
I agree. That's my whole point. Why are y'all complaining that the rent is too high if y'all got a family of 7 and you only paying $2,500 for housing?
Exactly, Anton Dainels. Exactly. Why they want to lower this situation if you got a family of 7? You have to extend. You have to have 3 bedrooms. You have to expect to pay more. And you complaining about paying more, then you should not have no children. You should not have these baby mamas if you're not going to be responsible for your lady and kids. You should not be having sex. Let's continue.
The rent, like I said in the beginning, the rent be too high for like them ran down apartments, bro. Like they be trying to charge you.
Bro.
You cannot stop people for what they want to charge. We don't want to hear no excuses. You got children. You got these baby moms. You have to take care of your responsibility. That it's not the landlord's responsibility. That is your responsibility to figure out the best solution for you and your kids.
Bro, you got 5 kids. What did you expect? You won't have no choice but to move to a place where you gotta focus more on the school system, where you're gonna have to spend more money to get a higher quality education. You're gonna have to pay more in property. People got to pay more property taxes to have better schools and better teachers.
Anton Dainels is correct. Don't get mad at the messenger.
That's what comes with having 5 kids. Y'all got to pay more money to have a better quality of life for people outside of yourself. So like for me, I'll give you an example. I can live in downtown and don't care about the school system in particular as it affects me because I have a big kid and I don't have four more kids to have to take care of and then move to a certain school system so that they get a certain type of education. That's a life choice. Why do y'all choose to have so many kids?
Uh-oh.
I
Uh-oh.
yo, I wanted a big family, but I just got too many baby mamas.
He got too many baby mamas. Don't that sound like New Busty? Living under women. Living under women. Having the women on the lease rental agreement. Anton, they don't even care about their kids, Anton Dainels. It's a doggone shame, ain't it? Here we go.
Dog, the rent ain't too high. Y'all bad choices are. Y'all got bad choices,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Y'all make bad choices.
Rent. When you grow up in a neighborhood, let's just take my old neighborhood in Bed-Stuy, right? When rent used to be $702,000.
How many baby
Huh?
mamas you got? How many baby mamas you got?
I got 3 and a wife, so 4.
We asking the wrong questions, bro. I'm gonna start qualifying people when they come up here. But
This is bad.
asking them how many kids they got, bro. Y'all do realize that your problems aren't the rent; it's lack of dick discipline.
I'd agree. I agree.
So we having the wrong conversations.
But I'm not complaining about the rent. I'm here to argue with you about when people say rent is too high. Yes, some of these spots be ran down and they be charging too much.
Nah, bro, y'all got too many kids.
The kids is fine.
No, y'all got too many kids. The reason why people are complaining is because they making bad life choices. I gotta move on, big dog. I love you, bro.
Go ahead, man. Peace.
All right, bro.
You could tell by Anton's look, like this is so disappointing to see the mind state of black men in this day of time. Let's continue.
Ahmed, what's going on?
What's up? I'm not on camera, am I?
All right, we can take you off. What's going on, big?
Now, this one is going to be wild, y'all. This one right here is going to be a doozy. I need y'all to double tap the like button. Let's get the likes over 20. I better see the likes over 20. I better see the likes over 20. I better see the likes over 20. Let's get the likes over 20 and support the show. What's going on? Let's continue.
Thanks, man. I gotta laugh at your last host, man. He was bombing. He was falling fast, man.
Why is the rent too high, bro?
Well, I don't necessarily agree with you. I just think there's really not much context here. For example,
How many kids you got? How many kids you got?
I ain't got no kids.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so for example, are we talking about fiscally responsible people or unfiscally responsible people? You follow? So a fiscally responsible person wouldn't pay $3,000, $5,000, $8,000 in rent. And I'm saying that to say I grew up around some fiscally responsible men, and these men, right? Grown men. So they're paid $500, $800 in the hood. You understand what I'm saying? So they're not only paying so-called cheap rent, they are fiscally responsible, and they they eat what they kill, and they also kill. So
What?
it's just not a
What
matter
type of
of.
killing they doing here?
What?
So no, I'm saying that to say like they survivals on their own. They some problems. They live in the hood. They can handle themselves. You follow what I'm saying? It comes with the territory.
Huh?
Okay.
It comes with the territory. So if they don't work for nobody. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They don't have a job. And
Okay.
I dealt with some real strong soldiers. You know what I'm saying? They not working right now, but they not going to be homeless. They not going to be carless, and they not going to be broke. But like I said, if they don't care where they at. If they in the hood, they can handle themselves. They tactical as well, and they for survive. I'm trying to find the right words because we on social media. I don't know, but they're going to defend themselves. They don't have a problem with that. And they
I got
and
you. So they making smart decisions.
oh sure. In other words, is what I'm trying to say. They
Okay.
not going to. They drive a basic car, but they always got cash in their pocket. They're not going.
Now, I mean, he's saying things that is self-explanatory, yet he's going to get caught into of why you're going to see what he's claiming he's doing and what Anton has to say about it. So get ready, buckle your seatbelt. It's about to get interesting.
To be broke.
Mm.
You
What's
understand?
your situation like? Well, how much you paying in rent?
Well, I necessarily don't really I haven't paid rent in a long time. I kind of
Why
stay.
not?
I've been I be staying with some female friends. I escaped because I'm trying to be like them. I'm trying to escape.
He's saying that he's staying with some females. He's trying to escape paying rent, y'all. Don't that ring a bell? If that's what he's doing, because we're going to find out if he's really doing that. You, the audience. I already know the outplay. He's claiming that he's staying with some women or women's and not paying no rent. And Anton, like, what the heck?
The rent trap because
So wait a
on the
minute.
other
So
mm,
you
you
staying
trap me
with
there.
women? You staying with women in order to reduce your costs?
Yes.
And how many women?
Well, it's like a serial monogamous thing. I just got one at a time. You pulling my
Okay.
card now, brother.
Well, no, I'm trying to understand what's going on. So, do she pay the rent?
No, we actually I found a good situation where it's her family own the property. You know,
So you with her for the benefit, for the financial benefit.
for sure, for sure. That brings me to the other side of things. I'm trying.
Anton is like, what the heck? Look, it only took me one time, y'all. Don't move in with a woman. You got new Busty been doing that most of his life. You got certain men like this person claimed he been living with women all his life. He hasn't worked in years, allegedly.
To get to that side. That's why I say people that fiscally responsible wouldn't pay 3,000, 5,000 because I'm trying to do
Do
what you
you
doing.
do
I'm
you
trying to
consider yourself fiscally responsible? Uh,
not right now. No,
Staying with a woman. Okay, so you stay with her. She got a job. Her family take care of everything, the property or whatever,
right?
and you living with her. Or do you work?
Yeah, yeah,
What do you do?
yeah. I do odd jobs. I do like construction work when I can get them. I'm still trying to get on my feet. In other words.
Okay, what happened? Like you lost a job?
No, I've refused to work for the last 10 years.
Did y'all hear that part? Did y'all hear that part? This is crazy. Let's go.
What do you mean you refused to work for the last 10 years?
Well,
That's a decade.
yeah, sure. Well, I did some real estate wholesaling. You know, I dibble and dabble here.
Wait a minute, bro. Ahmed, you got to get a job, bro. You do know that, right?
I disagree, but we ain't gonna get into that conversation.
No. We are
I'm gonna
gonna
say
get
this
He said he disagreed. He don't want to get into that conversation. He don't want to work for nobody.
to that. I'm gonna say this to that. Right now, I'm willing to pay the price. As far as that living situation, I'm paying
Hey,
the
what
price
price? What price are you paying?
to level
So
myself
basically,
up on the other
you
side.
fucking on somebody just to be able to keep a roof over your head.
In other words, sure, yeah.
Do you like her?
I mean, yeah. Now you getting into it.
Anti, I know what you're gonna do because this is not sounding. This is not sounding like it's making sense, right?
Relationship. We trying to talk finances, man.
This is finances. You're making a financial decision not to have a job, and in order to keep a roof over your head, you got to try to lay down dick.
No, I bring money. I told you I bring money in. I've been getting into the construction. I just did some demo
You
work.
don't have a job.
No, I don't. No, that's the different.
You're
Look.
homeless.
Hold on. That's a.
You're one decision away. You're one argument away from being homeless.
Uh-oh.
Look. That's a class argument. I'm not even gonna get into that.
No,
But
that's a life. That's a life choice.
That's life choice. Exactly, Anton. You're right about that.
Bring in cash outside of a job. That's a fact.
You're
I get money outside of a job.
You're one bad argument away from being homeless.
But I'm not.
You are one bad decision. You not because you're not.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. For sure. Hey,
You don't think you need to do better as a man?
Yes, it depends what context you. Like I said, it depends what context you're saying.
You got first thing that a man is supposed to do is work. That is a mandate from God.
That is a mandate from God. A man must work. That's facts.
It depends. See, once again, that's a whole nother debate with which we
here. We already here. You got to get a job. Why don't you have a job?
Fuck no.
What?
No. Okay. Why? One, I'm not gonna trade my time for money. No,
what?
sir. I'm not gonna trade my
what
time.
What do you do all day? What do you do all day?
I just told you. Let me say this.
When you do these odd jobs, you don't think you're trading your time for money?
Say what?
When you do these odd jobs,
sure, but I won't trade my time for money at a traditional job. Let me say that.
What difference will it make?
I can make because this is what I'm saying. Because the jobs that I do, I gauge how much I can make 500 in one day. When I go to a job and make 40 hours, that takes a week. I'm not going to do that.
You got to do better. Ahmed, you got to do better, bro. This is not cool. This is not good. You're making us men look bad out here. You're trading dick for a house.
Now, her super chat is on point. You gotta say her super chat is on point. She said on Anton's thing, these are the same kind of men who tell me to go on mute when I call them Dusty. Yo, that's one of Anton's mods, and that's true. That's true what she's saying. Yo, man, this is looking bad, man. This is looking bad. Let's continue.
Sleep in. You don't like the chick that you're with. You don't have no stability. Probably don't have no 401k, no TSP, no nothing. You just out here winging it.
You said no 401k and what else?
No TSP.
What's the
no
TSP?
IRA.
What's that? What's the TSP?
It's a retirement account.
Hell no, I don't do no retirement account, brother. For what? Anton. Hell no. A retirement account? That's poverty. That's poor. What you trying to say? I'm gonna wait till 60 to go into that retirement account? Or is that what you're trying to say? I gotta work 30 years more to go get it. No, I won't do that. Make that make sense.
Why do you watch me?
Well, to be honest, I don't necessarily like you.
Of course, he doesn't like you, Anton, because you're winning. You're dealing with a retrobated person. Let's continue.
But that was a good question. But you know, I see I see what I can get out of everything.
Oh, oh shit! This is so good.
No, it's and it's not like I don't like you. It's just like for what we just did now. It's a total disagreement. It's a total far as mindsets. You, in my opinion, you still have an employee mindset. If you at the status that you say you in,
What?
you should never suggest getting a job.
Oh shit!
All right, so she said, "What? These are the same kind of men who tell me to go on mute when I call them Dusty." I mean, see, that's Dusty. I don't care about Shane tactics. I really don't.
Yes,
I'm 39 years old.
How old are you? How old are you?
No, it's and it's not like I don't like you. It's just like for what we just did now. It's a total disagreement. It's a total far as mindsets. You, in my opinion, you still have an employee mindset. If you at the status that you say you in, you should never suggest getting a job.
Oh shit!
All right, so she said, "What? These are the same kind of men who tell me to go on mute when I call them Dusty." I mean, see, that's Dusty. I don't care about Shane tactics. I really don't. I'm 39 years old. I get it off. I get it off the grind. You understand?
You're 39, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You about to be 40.
That's right. Okay.
Oh.
For sure.
Any final words, Ahmed?
Any final words for you?
Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, not at all.
Why don't you like me?
Because what I just said, it's well, if you can't, because we don't agree on our mindsets. Is this one? You're a heavy Christian, so I get that. Christianity and Muslims
You don't
don't
believe
agree.
in God either, huh?
I am a God. I am Allah. And see, so it's not that I don't like you as a person.
That's speaking blasphemy. That's speaking blasphemy. Let's continue.
We don't think the same.
I've never seen a guy have to sleep with a woman to have a place to live, bro. That's a funny shit.
Well, you went to spookism.
Oh, who told you he was a god?
God said I'm a God. It says in the Bible that I'm
You
God.
don't believe in God. So why would you take advice from something you don't believe in to believe in yourself?
Beloved, I could wear you out with this conversation. I'm telling you,
You gonna wear me out?
Yes, it says in the Bible that I am God. It doesn't.
What's the verse?
It doesn't.
Chapter, verse, and book.
Sir, It said, I
First
made
chapter
you.
and book, please.
It made you. I made you in my image, and that's it.
But you don't even believe in the Bible, though. So why even discuss the Bible?
Doesn't you asked me who told me I was God?
So somebody told you something that you don't believe in.
Beloved, I just told you.
With
I
the
just
beloved.
listen. You can win it. You can win it all you want. I'm not here to go tit for tat. But the
Ahmed,
Bible.
Ahmed. I would not be doing my job as a man
I can't.
if I wasn't as
I
honest with you
can't.
as I am with the women.
I can't.
And here's the Ahmed.
This is bad. This is bad. This is bad, y'all. This is really bad.
You are just, you genuine, honest. You are failing as a man. You have a greater responsibility to yourself to do
Right.
better.
Right.
Mooching off of women, don't got your life together, don't believe in retirement account, and you calling yourself a god. You're delusional, bro.
I understand. I get it.
No, seriously. Like you are very much, you're about to be 40 and you're bumming a place to stay from a woman.
Right.
And you have not been gainfully employed in the last 10 years.
Hell no.
Community.
And I'm not.
You are what's wrong with America. You are what's wrong with men. And you are the reason why women look at us the way that they do.
Forget
I
what.
don't have to be a 10 times better of a person because you want to be dusty.
Yep.
Okay.
Seriously. I don't know if you've ever had any strong men in your life, a father or something. But they should have told you that this is not the personification of a man. This is not what men are supposed to do. You need to do better. You are poor, you are broke, you have a dusty mindset, and you don't want to be successful. You just want to bum off of chicks.
And you don't know that you are. And you don't know that you are Allah.
You're homeless. You're homeless.
Anton not playing around. He's getting straight to the point. I'm gonna let this play out. I'll be right back. I got something to do.
You're not a god. You're not a god.
Until you realize that you are Allah, you lost. You can't. Until you realize that, and it says in the Bible, I made you in my image and likeness. If you can't accept that, your whole thing is what you argue with me with is what I argue with women about. Women got that mindset.
Okay,
they believe in a God that's a spook.
Cool.
That's the key to everything. Once you know that you're a God,
yep.
It's an actual fact. It's a reality fact. There's nothing outside of man.
Right.
So all your little criticism about, listen, it is what it is. 50 Cent been through people been through shit. I don't care about that.
Huh?
You understand? People been through shit. 50 Cent been through things. A lot of people go through things.
What does 50 Cent have to do with the conversation? Like, why is 50 Cent in this conversation? This is crazy.
What does 50 Cent have to do with this conversation?
You're deflecting like a woman.
What?
50 Cent? I'm deflecting. Are you retarded? Honestly?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Like, seriously, are you diagnosed?
He did say yes. He did say yes. He's going, yeah, he's not up there. Respectfully, he's not fully up there. This is bad. He said yes. Let's rewind it back.
Don't want to be successful. You just want to bum off of chicks.
And you don't know that you are, and you don't know that you are Allah.
You're homeless. You're homeless. You're not a god. You're not a god.
Until you realize that you are Allah, you lost. You can't. Until you realize that, and it says in the Bible, I made you in my image and likeness. If you can't accept that, your whole thing is what you argue with me with is what I argue with women about. Women got that mindset.
Okay,
they believe in a God that's a spook.
What?
Cool.
That's the key to everything. Once you know that you're a God,
yep.
It's an actual fact. It's a reality fact. There's nothing outside of man.
What?
Right.
So all your little criticism about. Listen, it is what it is. 50 Cent been through people been through shit. I don't care about that.
Huh?
You understand?
What?
People been through shit. 50 Cent been through things. A lot of people go through things.
What does 50 Cent have to do with this conversation?
Exactly.
What does that have to do with anything?
You're deflecting like a woman.
What?
50 Cent, I'm deflecting. Are you retarded? Honestly?
Yes.
Like seriously, are you diagnosed as slower? Are you on a spectrum? I'm not joking. I'm genuinely asking. Like, are you like seriously slow?
What makes you ask that?
And can you just answer the question? Because if you're disabled, I'm gonna give you grace.
Right. We're gonna give this person grace because you can tell that he's not fully up there, and it's just like we don't take advantage of people like that. We don't, because it's obvious.
No, what happened was you felt some strength and you're deflecting like a woman. But
No.
neither here nor there. I restate my question.
Ahmed, I'm not dissing you. Honest to God, I'm being dead serious. I'm not trying to go off on you.
It's nothing that would make you say that.
Listen.
It's nothing that would make you say that.
We have had a respectful disagreement. I'm genuinely
right.
I'm genuinely asking.
You can't.
Dissing you whatsoever.
You can't, sir.
I'm talking to somebody. Do you get a check from the government,
sir?
No, do you get a check from the government?
I can't answer no silly question like that, sir. Because I know what it is. It's you're intimidated by strength. You think you're the type that mistake you mistake arrogance. You misplace
the government, bro.
I mean, listen.
Do you get a check from the government?
Beloved.
Bro, do you get a check from the government?
Beloved. It's really a reflection of your weakness if you're trying to ask me that, because you're not really serious. I understand it. I understand you.
I'm dead serious. I'm trying to understand.
Move past that. Move past the conversation.
No, because I'm not arguing with nobody that get a check from the government. I'm trying to give you grace. This ain't even about. I want to spend my time going back and forth with people that actually can teach me something. I don't. Hey, I'm not trying to dehumanize you. I don't want to use you for content if you're slower. If you're on
that's your.
And Anton Dainels is right about that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go in on a person or have a debate or conversation with someone who's not fully up there respectfully, because that's not good. That's not good. So Anton's doing the right thing.
Decision, sir. That's your decision.
Right. So I'm asking.
But it's something. If you haven't picked up any information and got any value out of this, that's your problem. Like I said,
I'm asking. Listen.
I'm not answering.
Ahmed, follow me. Do you?
I followed you.
Get a check from the government, bro. Honestly, do you get a check from the government? And listen, the reason why I'm communicating like this is because I was taught this.
Because you're a Christian.
In my leadership, I had a leadership class.
You're a Christian.
That if I use my hands, that it slows down.
No, you're Christian, and usually Christians are dumb.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
If I use my hands to talk,
this is why I don't like you, because you're a Christian.
Wow.
It's not quite there. So what I'm asking,
right?
No, seriously, honest to God, do you get a check from the government, or do you have a handler that get a check for you for the government?
You are a Christian. That's the same thing.
You don't have to do with anything.
He don't like Christians, Anton. He's the Madami crew. Madami is looking for people like this. The mayor from the mayor from New York City coming soon. Oh gosh. This is the type of people he has on his payroll.
That's the same thing, sir. You can't understand it. Being Christian and being dumb is the same thing.
Ahmed.
So what you're doing is
Ahmed,
shaming.
Ahmed.
It's shaming. I have no problem with that.
Ahmed, are you telling us a story that's a projection of what you want your life to be? So you want to be a bad bitch, you want to live with a woman, but you're really living with mom or your handler. And
Anton really put the finishing touches on this conversation. Listen to that again.
going back and forth with people that actually can teach me something.
Hey,
I'm not trying to dehumanize you. I don't want to use you for content if you're slower, if you're on the
that's
spectrum.
up to that's your decision, sir. That's your decision.
Right. So I'm
But
asking
it's something.
questions.
If you haven't picked up any information and got any value out of this, that's your problem. Like I said,
I'm asking, listen.
I'm not answering.
Ahmed, follow me. Do
I
you
followed you.
get a check from the government, bro? Honestly, do you get a check from the government? And listen, the reason why I'm communicating like this is because I was taught this.
It's because you're a Christian.
I had a leadership class.
You're a Christian.
That if I use my hands, that it slows down.
No, you're Christian, and usually Christians are dumb.
You know what I'm saying? If I
No,
use my hands to talk,
that's
it
why I
slows
don't like you, because you're a
his
Christian.
brain that is not quite there. So what I'm asking
Right.
is, no, seriously, honest to God, do you get a check from the government, or do you have a handler that get a check for you for the government?
You are a Christian. That's the same thing.
You don't have to do with anything.
That's the same thing, sir. You can't understand it. Being Christian and being dumb is the same thing.
Ahmed.
So what you're doing is shaming.
Ahmed.
It's shaming. I have no problem with that.
Ahmed, are you telling us a story that's a projection of what you want your life to be? So you want to be a bad bitch, you want to live with a woman, but you're really living with mom or your handler, and they're getting a check to make sure you got a room.
Like I said, you're a Christian. I don't. And Christianity,
you really got a girlfriend?
Christianity and Islam.
Ahmed. What does your girl do? Don't stop. Are you trying to think? I can see you in the background. Don't do that. Just answer the question.
I'm not answering your question.
Wow.
What does she do? Because she don't. It's not a real girl.
We're gonna move on with the conversation.
It's not a real girl, Ahmed. It's not a real girl, is it?
Uh-oh.
That's not relevant. What's
Ahmed,
relevant about that?
I can see it now.
Here
Pray
we
with
go.
me, bro. I don't want you to talk right now.
Listen,
Listen, Ahmed, stop.
You're being a spook.
Stop now.
Uh-oh.
Now I want you to pray with me. I know how to deal with people on the spectrum. I start to get some control now. Don't make me now pray and touch and agree. Just say yes, Jesus. Amen. Oh, you wanted to leave. Okay, I'm gonna pray for you anyway. Lord, bless Ahmed and take care of him, Jesus. Bless his mind, Lord. Heal him. Bring him back to a sense of reality and help him to be a better person. In Jesus' name, amen.
All right, y'all. Look, the chat is very quiet. I don't know what's going on. I have not ever seen the chat quiet over 30 minutes. The chat been quiet over 30 minutes. What the heck is going on? We got people coming in and out. I have not ever seen the chat quiet. So because the chat is quiet, I'm going to end this live stream. This is wow. All I can say is, may that guy get some help. However, it was just wow. The disrespect he has for Christianity, he has a disrespect for God. And like Anton said, the dude is not speaking, he's projecting. And Anton Dainels is correct about that. Because the chat been quiet for 30 minutes, what the heck is going on? For the chat to be quiet for 30 minutes. I have not ever seen my chat quiet like this in 30 minutes. What? Take the what? Lead the what? Hassan Campbell would say. Look, I appreciate Daryl for coming by, Forever Studio for coming by, Keystone for coming by, and JD Mosley, the only person supported the stream. Mrs. Eldridge for coming by with Mr. Eldridge, listening, tuning in. I believe a lot of people are busy. I don't know who's in the clouds watching. I don't know. So, hey, I'm going to get on out of here. This is a classic by Anton. It was another person that came in. I'm going to do a separate video for that or live stream for that. And this one was very, very, very wild. And then we're going to get into some other things. So, hey, look, y'all enjoy the rest of your night out there. And salute to the mods, to the members, and to those in the chat room. And to the members only, I will have a video for y'all by the end of this week. I'm going to put it in parts, you know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for that. And with that said, I'm going to holler at y'all in the next one. Brown Royalty to the people, we the business.